Wow. That was just like a card dump. Like a... like that. Okay, fair enough. Universe obviously has something to say to you, so let's hear it. Scorpio, Scorpios. God, there's a lot. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Nice. Oh, Scorpio, this is good. Right, we have the sun. Gorgeous energy. Whenever you get the sun, it's right out there. It's transparent. It's like nature's disinfectant. Anything that is difficult or just kind of clearing things up, showing you what you need to see. Some of you may have been, I'm getting, in some kind of fog about something. It may be about a person, it may be about a situation, but you haven't, what I'm getting channeled to me is like layers and layers of dark fabric. So as if something is, you know, like the princess and the pea, something's hidden beneath layers and layers and layers of mattresses. It's a pea, isn't it? And the clue's in the title, Gemma. And she sleeps on it, but she can feel it. And that's like the Scorpio spidey senses. Scorpios are like that, aren't you? You can sense the tiny thing that is out in a situation, in a room, in a relationship, in an atmosphere. So you've known that there are just little pieces of information that you don't have, or things that just very slightly haven't felt right for you. I think you've been able to keep your own counsel, because I also get the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a card of somebody who knows how to sit tight with some style. Scorpios are the best in the zodiac at waiting out a particular energy. So a Scorpio doesn't need to rush into blabbing the farm about anything. They will sit on it, they will think about it, they will contemplate it, or you will contemplate it. And when the moment is right, because timing is everything, isn't it? And I think in the situation you're in at the moment, that timing is everything as well. And when the moment is right, Scorpio, you will be able to make your move, say your thing, move forward. We'll have a look at whatever that is. Okay? That's so cute, isn't it? We got the Page of Swords here. I wanted to say wands for some reason. Page of Swords. Okay, when we get the Page of Swords, it's like the beginning of a conversation. So let's say this is something to do with work. Okay, and we will look at your work life, we will look at your love life. There will also be an extended love reading. So if any of this resonates when you get to the end, that's the first link in the description box for later. This is about the beginnings of a convo, okay? So this could be at work where you know there's a rumbling of something around the office, around where you work. And at last, somebody breaks that fourth wall and pings that email out, has that conversation. It could even be, depending on how early into the situation that you are. In other words, if it's only been a couple of weeks that you've been feeling this, it could be that you get something quite fast, that you get a bead on it quite fast. You could overhear something. If it's been like a chronic situation or a chronic secret, I think it's going to come out to you slowly, drip fed, bits and bits. And that's why the most junior of the sword cards, the Page, is very, very appropriate. There's a sense here of whispers. I'm getting whispers in the dark. Things, you know, like back in the 80s or whatever, somebody might leave something on the photocopier by accident, and you like lift the lid and you're like, oh my God, Brian from accounts, you know, is photocopying his ass or whatever was going on. Back in the 80s, it was all going on, wasn't it? Probably still is, I don't know. But you get information from weird ways, is what I'm trying to say. So Page of Swords means you're getting some information, but it's coming from a weird source. It's not completely developed information, because we have the Page, the Knight, we have the Queen and the King. it's still in this very junior state. So you may still be thinking, I'm going to gather my nuts here and I am going to have deep pockets until it's time for me to strike. Okay? Okay. Then we get the Knight of Swords. So if we look at our lovely page, in fact, it came out next to the Knight. This is very good. When you get the page, you've got that junior information. When it then develops into the Knight, Junior goes off and gets a horse and gets moving. Okay, it's like, let's go. You know, there's no more of this sort of tooling around in a candy cane dressing gown or whatever this person's doing here, which is fine because it kicked off the conversation, you know, whatever. But come on, this is it. The cavalry arrives, okay? The message. This is the opening out of something. This is the deal. It's on the table. Everybody's out there. Now, everything or every knot that you have gathered, Scorpio, is in place. You're ready to rumble. I would also add that if this is to do with a legal matter, a work thing, whatever it is, that you absolutely dot your I's and cross your T's. And a Scorpio normally does, but I'm just saying, just in case you haven't, get that information ready. I'm wagging my finger. Other people will not have it ready, and you will. And you're almost like, you've almost won before you've even got round the table. So whatever the situation is, could even be like a family dispute or a family, just a family thing that you're trying to organise. Even if you're trying to organise a family get-together or holiday, you're the one who's informed. You're the one who's thought about it. You're the kind of superstar here, okay? And I'm liking this for you. And I'm particularly liking this for you. And I wish you could see the level of kind of glitter. You kind of can, can't you? But you kind of can't. Oh. Anyway, you get the Six of Wands. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, or vegan alternative, okay? Winning. Woohoo! There isn't a Scorpio alive who doesn't like winning. I know. So, you win. You get things right. You have good timing. You didn't move too fast. You had a revelation in the first place here with the Sun card, which was very useful, to be fair. That was more luck than anything else, but who cares? Claim it anyway. And it ends well because you controlled yourself, Queen of Pentacles, because you kept your own counsel, Four of Cups, because you considered carefully and you didn't say anything right at the start, because the Page of Swords doesn't deserve the kind of deep conversation. Because again, it's just the opener with the Page of Swords. So I like this. I like it a lot, actually. Should we look at your love life? Yes. Let's look at your love life. What are we going to use for your love life? I know. Very scorpionic deck. I'm going to use a bit of Scarlet Rose Love Tarot. I know. Okay. We don't need to be shuffling the guidebook though. Or maybe we do. We haven't seen the cards yet, have we? So, love life for Scorpios. Love life, oof, for Scorpios. That's very interesting. I'm going to take a couple cards and then we'll hold them up. Oh my God. Jesus, Scorpio. Okay. Spiritual, big jobs. I'm going to take one more. That one. These are good. These are strong. Oh, it's giving me an itchy ear. Right. King of Swords. I'm liking this. This is divine masculine. Absolutely. Now, remember, and I'm loving that this happens, that we had the Page of Swords, the one who's fumbling about with the candy cane dressing gown. Yes. wants to have a little word but doesn't really know how to get the words out. We then develop to the Knight of Swords. This is good and all very well, and you're in control and all the rest of it. Then the King. Chicka chicka. When the King of Swords is around, wowzers. This is somebody who is very much... Now, this is interesting actually. We're talking about your love life here, okay? For some of you, there is a line to be drawn. And I must say, with the King of Swords, there's always a line to be drawn, okay? It's a very, very powerful card. Somebody's into you. They are like, you're all they can see. They're focused. They're hyper focused on you. Whether this is someone you've just met, you're about to meet, or you've already, like, you're in a thing with, they're going to be, or they are, hyper focused on you. Now, you need to be wary, just because this can also trip over into love bombing, okay? I'm talking, you are the focus of their attention. There you are, the Death card, Scorpio in all your glory, coming up. Here we are. I'm loving this. King of Swords, Death card. What am I looking at? I'm looking at Scorpio. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, let's get this done. The Hierophant. This is pretty decent, if I do say so myself. Okay? It's very, very strong energy. Very strong. It's like, you know, these cards are hot ski, burning up. Gosh, I'm going to try doing that again. The Hierophant is about commitment, taking something to the next level, learning something, understanding something, knowledge. It can be marriage. It can be just becoming official. It's like the High Priest of Tarot. So something being ordained, you know, that kind of thing. And then I'm blown if we don't go and get the Sun again. Scorpio, what more do you want? I'm just going to see if I can let some sun into the room while we're at it. What more do you want? Let me show you the cards as much as I can. Here you go. Nice, I can. Look at that. It's dark, it's brooding, and it's all about you. Not gonna lie, getting the sun twice, I find I hardly ever get the sun in a reading, weirdly, and I don't know why. To get it twice, it's just rude, Scorpio. Leave some for the rest of us, for God's sakes. Okay, tell us a bit more, please. Tell us a bit more about this situation. Honestly, I'm getting a whiff of something a bit complicated that I can't put my finger on. So please tell us about that. Okay, Page of Wands, it's a growing attraction. Again, it's a page, so the energy is newish. Nine of Cups, I mean, we just can't argue with that. It's what you want, it's your heart's desire. The Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. And Jupiter in Pisces is very, very happy because Jupiter co-rules Pisces. Jupiter is about expansion, it's about dreams and philosophies, and it's gorgeous. And Pisces is about unconditional love. So this is what you really want, the swelling of desire. God, that sounded a little bit 50 Shades, didn't it? Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I meant your heart's desire, okay? You're like, no, Gemma, you mean it however you want. Okay, what is getting in the way here? What's this complication that I'm getting? Three of Pentacles as a complication. Okay, I want to take one more. Tell me more, as they said. Four of Swords. Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords are very mild. It's offering me one more. Okay, fine. Now I get it. I was about to say, these are very mild when it comes to complication cards. Three of Pentacles, maybe you don't know if you're on the same page particularly. It's like the Three of Pentacles is the are we pulling together card. Are we cooperative? Are we pulling together in the 3D, in the everyday? So it may be that the feels are there, but you don't know how the practicalities are working at the moment. Four of Swords, again, is about, well, if you've been like playing detective or you've been really worrying about this recently, it may be time for you to just take a little break from it, take your foot off the gas. Remember that you also need to reset your nervous system, that you need to be on your A game, Scorpio, so don't wear yourself out. And then I started really digging and this bad boy came up. The Eight of Cups. Interesting. Now, if the Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces, all happy, glitter and unicorns, let's go. The Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Not happy there at all. Saturn is about duty, it's about awareness, boundaries, what you ought to do, what you should do, the ought tos and the shoulds, okay? Saturn, I call it like, it's like the grandfather or the headmaster. Have you done this? Have you done that? Isn't it about time you just woke up and, you know, that is a Saturn vibe. So there is some kind of reality check here. This can be a separation because the Eight of Cups is a card of emotional separation, distancing yourself from something like a characteristic in a person or a person completely that you're distancing, or someone has been distant with you. And the King of Swords, by God, when the King of Swords does distant, don't you know it? It's like, oh my God. It can be really, because when they're hot, and they are. Like, no one talks about the King of Swords and how hot they are when they're in pursuit, you know, and they're in off the get-go, absolutely steaming, and so intelligent and clever and interesting and all of those things. But also when there's a difficulty or a conflict or whatever, they can be ice. They can ice you out like there's no tomorrow. So Scorpio, you may be icing them out a bit over something. They may be icing you out a bit over something. Let's see. Let's see, Scorpio. Temperance, says the universe. Call a truce. Okay. This is all right, actually. Temperance is a great card to get. Scorpio. Seven of Swords is in the house. What is this? What is this complication? Scorpio, you know what you got for like your work life up here, where you had your Page of Swords and you were aware that you had a mattress with a P underneath, okay? You know, you were aware there was something fairly small but significant that you could detect or feel and maybe other people couldn't. This may be the same in your love life. You may feel that there's been something said, something done, something Seven of Swordsy. You may well be in your Seven of Swords as well, because we can be in our own Seven of Swords when we're very much below the radar because we're psyching something out, okay? And that is a good energy for you to be in as long as it's not too cynical and as long as you're getting rest and you feel okay about it, okay? There's a call here from the universe to look at all sides of a story, all of them. and to treat everything as an observation rather than judge it good or bad at this particular point in time. Okay? I'm going to take one more of these. Yeah, 2 of Wands, and then there's a decision to make. Not quite yet, though. It's not a decision quite yet for some reason. There's a lot of holding back here. And there's a lot of testing the water, which is good. Scorpio likes to hold back and to test the water. I'm going to take an oracle card for you. Oof! You get orphaned. So you're feeling like you're in it alone for some reason. You're feeling like... Oh, hello. We've got another one here that fell on the floor. Okay, I quite like that. You're feeling like you're in this alone. You're feeling like there's a missing piece, and you're feeling like you have felt that missing piece. And you will not let that missing piece go unnoticed. Okay, look. The universe is telling you, quite frankly, you might have got hold of the wrong end of the stick. Or the stick might not be what you think it is. Yes, I mean, to be honest, we're all on our own, to be honest, when we are born, when we die, and Scorpio is all about birth and death. But be the observer, not the accuser at the moment. Not everything has yet come to light, okay? Peace is about taking some time out for yourself and making sure that you are aligned with your best purpose, and also that you've got your game face on, because it's really important for you to reach that 6 of Wands. And you've got the Sun, which is just some power and some health and some good luck and some good fortune. And you've got a pretty good hand, so play it wisely here, okay? Not everything about this yet makes sense. And then we've got the Breathe card. Literally, Scorpio, this is telling you to breathe. Physically, mentally, the whole lot. In the extended reading, we are going to have a ball looking at the King of Swords, the Death card, the 7 of Swords. What is the 9 of Cups, the Heart's Desire? What's the shadow side of this? Can we identify if there's something going on that is more shady than we think? Okay? Or is it all just a storm in a teacup? I feel that there's a misunderstanding vibe. Okay? There's a misunderstanding vibe. But we will dig. So if you want that, it's the first link in the description box. Leave me a comment if you want to. It's Scorpio. You're not big on leaving comments, but do if you feel you can. I love Scorpio comments, okay? And I try and reply to as many as I can. And I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.